गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः।
Hello everyone, welcoming you all on today's online session for accountancy chapter number 4, that is journal. Before coming to the chapter, I'll revise chapter number 2, some rules of accounts, the golden rules of accounts. As you have seen over there are 3 types of accounts: personal accounts, real accounts and nominal accounts. Personal accounts, the rules were debit the receiver, credit the giver. Nominal account, real accounts, the rules were debit what comes in, credit what goes out. And nominal account, the rules were debit the expense and loss, credit the incomes and gains. Based on that only we will be preparing the journal. Okay. Journal, what do you mean by journal? Okay. Meaning of journal, it is a book of recording. Okay. It is the first book, the fundamental book as we can see. Okay. It is the first book of accounting based on the rules of debit and credit. Okay. A recording process. A recording process of accounting transactions. Process of accounting transactions. A recording process of accounting transactions based on rules of debit and credit. A recording process of accounting transactions based on the rules of debit and credit in the first book of accounts. In the first book of accounts is known as journal. Okay, the book in which the transactions are recorded is known as journal book. This book में transactions की information आपने दी जाती है, that is called as journal book. It is a fundamental, basic and prime books of accounting based on the vouchers on daily basis. Based on the vouchers, we used to write the entries. Okay, in the journal. Based on the vouchers, we used to write the entries in the journal. We have already seen how to record the entries in the journal. Okay. First, we got to give the heading, journal entry in the books of so and so. For the month-wise, we used to record the entries. For the month of supposedly January 2019. Okay, then date, particulars, LF, ledger folio. Then debit rupees and credit rupees. Okay. The transactions now, you are very much able to classify the transactions, which account will be debited and which account will be credited. You already know how to pass the effects. We have already seen that. How to make the entries and how to pass the effect, how to record it. Okay. So now I will record the entries. Okay. Without the columns. You got to pass the entries in the column itself. Okay, I'll roughly make the column. You got to prepare the column with scale and pencil. Okay. So the columns as such, date, then it is particulars, then it is LF, that's ledger folio, then debit rupees, and then credit rupees. Okay. Simple entries we have already seen, some of the simple entries. Okay, we have already seen that. Even I have given you the homework for that, for simple entries. Now we will see the combined entries. What do you mean by combined entries? Okay. Supposedly, in the particular day itself, we are doing more than one transaction. Suppose purchase goods of rupees 5,000 in cash. Purchase goods of rupees 5,000 in cash. Paid salary of rupees 4,000 in cash. Paid salary of rupees 4,000 in cash. Purchase furniture of rupees 3,000 in cash. पहले हमने क्या किया? Goods purchase किया 5,000 का कैश में. Salary पे की 4,000 की कैश में. Furniture purchase किया 3,000 का कैश में. अब सबकी अगर अलग अलग आप एंट्री पास करें, you can see पहले की एंट्री आएगी purchase account debit to cash 5,000. Then मैं एंट्री पास करके दिखाता हूं. पहले की आप एंट्री पास कर दिया अगर परचेज अकाउंट डेबिट 5,000 टू कैश अकाउंट 5,000. ना ऐसे लिखना कंपल्सरी है, पता है कैसे लिखना होता है? एक्सक्यूज मी. परचेज अकाउंट डेबिट टू कैश अकाउंट बीइंग गुड्स परचेज. ओके. उसी सेम डेट पे सपोज हमने किया था सैलरी पे की थी. सैलरी अकाउंट डेबिट टू परचेज. ओके. 4,000 बीइंग सैलरी पेड इन कैश. उसके बाद सेम डेट पे हमने किया था फर्नीचर परचेज किया था. फर्नीचर कब से? फर्नीचर अकाउंट डेबिट टू कैश अकाउंट. तो तीन एंट्री में अलग अलग भी पास कर सकता हूं या उसकी मैं कंबाइन करता हूं. एज आई कैन सी कैश कैश कैश, सॉरी सैलरी टू कैश. एज आई कैन सी कैश कैश कैश. ओके. तीनों के क्रेडिट में कैश अवेलेबल. तो मैं इसे कंबाइन कर दूं तो मेरी एंट्री क्या बनेगी? परचेस अकाउंट डेबिट 5,000. सैलरी अकाउंट डेबिट 4,000. फर्नीचर अकाउंट डेबिट 3,000. टू कैश अकाउंट 5, 9, 12,000. Being goods purchase, salary paid and furniture purchased in cash. तो हम इसको बोलते हैं combined entry. This we call it as combined entry. Okay, so we'll be learning about the combined entry. Simple entries we have already seen. Okay, then after this combined entry we will be learning about the trade discounts and cash discount कब देना है और कब नहीं देना है. So slowly gradually step by step we'll be learning. Whatever homeworks I am giving it to you, kindly got to solve it out and send me up on proper time. 5 to 6 is your time for giving calls if you have any doubts, and 6 to 7 you have to compulsorily send me the homeworks according to the roll number groups whatever is allotted to you. Okay. So based on the accounting rules, golden rules of accounting, you have to think about and you got to pass the entries. Okay. This is the main book of accounts. After this only the next step will be for ledger. Okay. So individually we are making the books for individual accounts, that is for ledger. Then from the ledger we used to prepare the trial balance, and then afterwards as the trial balance got tallied, okay, then we go for annual accounts in the month of March. So it is the first primary, basic, fundamental books of accountancy, which you have to learn it very properly. ये आएगा तो आपका अकाउंट्स और इजी हो जाएगा. Not only I am talking about 11th standard, I am talking about accountancy. For the entire life of accountancy, you have to compulsorily know to pass the entries. Each and everywhere in accountancy, you must be knowing to pass the respective entries. So better start practicing the sums, solve the sums again and again. Try to understand the transactions which is given. What the transactions need to narrate, क्या बताना चाहता है वो आप समझे और based on that फिर इसकी एंट्री पास करें. Okay. Thanks for the cooperation and support. Stay home, stay safe and keep learning. Continue watching the video till the end. Thanks again.
Welcome everyone. After learning about the trade discount and cash discount, further we'll be discussing about the transactions of revenue and expenses. Okay. Expenses are always debited and revenue, the name of expenses are always debited and the name of revenues are always credited. Okay. If we pay the expenses with the help of cash, then expenses account debit to cash. If we pay it with the help of check, then expenses account debit to bank. And regarding income, if we receive the income via cash, then cash account debit to name of income. And if we receive the income via check, then bank account debit to name of income. Okay. By this scenario, by this way, we will have a entries based on these norms. Record the following transactions in the journal of Arun Parekh. For business, books of accounts purchased rupees 650. 650 का उसने books purchase किया है. Okay. So the entry will be books मतलब you can consider it as stationery. तो stationery account debit to cash account. Stationery expense account debit to cash account. Then number 2. Wages of rupees 200 and carriage rupees 100 is paid in cash. We will have a combined entry for that. Wages is an expense, the wages account debit. Carriage is an expense, carriage account debit to cash account. Wages account debit 200, carriage account debit 100 to cash 300. Next. Commission received rupees 800 means we have received in terms of cash. कुछ कहा नहीं गया मतलब वो हमें cash मिला है. So cash comes in, cash account debit to name of the income is commission to commission account. Next, paid rupees 25 for painting work of shop. Painting करवाई तो we can consider it as a shop expense to cash. Let me see. Maintenance also we can write. Maintenance account, maintenance expense account debit to cash also we can write. Yeah, shop expense account debit to cash also you can write it down. Then next. Light bill of rupees 1800 paid by check. Light bill मैंने पे किया check से. अब मैंने check से पे किया. The name of expense is light bill. So light bill account debit to bank account because we are paying the amount with the help of check. Okay. Then date 25. Rupees 1200 paid for refreshment at inaugural function of the shop. Okay, for the functions मतलब जब मैंने शॉप अपनी स्टार्ट की थी उस टाइम पे इनाग्रल फंक्शंस के टाइम पे मैंने यहाँ पे 1200 रुपये पे किए रिफ्रेशमेंट नाश्ते में. तो रिफ्रेशमेंट अकाउंट डेबिट टू कैश और यू कैन से मिसलेनियस एक्सपेंस अकाउंट डेबिट टू कैश ऑल्सो यू कैन राइट इट डाउन. सन्ड्री एक्सपेंस ऑल्सो यू कैन राइट इट डाउन टू कैश. ओके. अ चेक ऑफ रुपीज 900 रिसीव्ड फॉर ब्रोकरेज. मुझे ब्रोकरेज के पैसे मिले यहाँ पे चेक से मिला तो अल्टीमेटली चेक विल गो टू द बैंक. तो बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट टू ब्रोकरेज रिसीव्ड अकाउंट और टू ब्रोकरेज अकाउंट. एंड लास्ट, अ करेंसी नोट ऑफ रुपीज 50 ईटन बाय गोट. गाय सॉरी बकरी खा गई. ओके, तो मुझे लॉस तो हुआ. ठीक है, 1 रुपये का भी लॉस हो बिजनेस को तो लिखना पड़ेगा मुझे यहाँ पे. तो इट इज़ वन टाइप ऑफ लॉस फॉर मी. सो एंट्री विल बी सन्ड्री एक्सपेंस अकाउंट डेबिट में डाल दो उसको. छोटा मोटा खर्चा ऐसा मान के चलो. Sundry expense account debit to cash account. After passing the entry, you got to compulsory make the total, which you already know. Okay, double line यहाँ पे compulsory यहाँ पे होना चाहिए. Narration is compulsory. Column with the pencil and scale is compulsory. Okay, if the page ends, then total of the page, particular page. At the end, we got to write it down. Balance total balance carried forward. Then in the next page, continuing with the next page, on the very first line. After preparing the columns, we got to write down total balance brought forward. On debit and credit side, both the side, we will write the amount. Okay, then further we'll continue the transactions, and at the end, after passing the entries for all the transactions, you got to make the final total, and in the final total you got to have two lines. You know this very well. Now the next topic is regarding bad debts and bad debts recovered. So bad debts, I would like to say about bad debts. Bad debts means if we are selling the goods to the customers on credit, for few days of credit if we are giving it to the customers, and if that particular customer does not pay the money on proper time or is declared as insolvent, then in that particular cases, okay, we declared it as it is a bad debts. Bad debts recovered, the amount of the bad debts which is returned back from the customers. Okay, if by chance we get the amount back from the customers, it is termed as bad debts recovered. Okay, and if the economic conditions of the particular customer is improved, beforehand if he or she is not able to pay me the amount, but now after some times if the economic conditions of the particular party has been improved, then he or she might pay me the amount back, then it's called as bad debts recovered. It is one type of, you can say, revenue for the business. Okay, so regarding bad debts and bad debts recovered, we'll see some transactions. Illustration number 10. Record the following transactions in the Journal of Prerna, 2014 March 1. Vishal is declared insolvent, thus amount due to him rupees 2000 cannot be recovered. विशाल इंसॉल्वेंट यहाँ पे हो गया, उसने बोला मैं अमाउंट दे नहीं पाऊंगा, 2000 रुपये उसके पास से लेने थे जो मैं यहाँ पे ले नहीं पाऊंगा. सो इट इज़ बैड डेब्ट्स अकाउंट डेबिट टू विशाल अकाउंट. बैड डेब्ट्स एक्सपेंस का नाम हो गया, विशाल जो गिवर था जो अब यहाँ पे दे नहीं पाएगा. ओके, देन नेक्स्ट रुपीज़ 3000, डेट नंबर 5. रुपीज़ 3000 वॉज ड्यू फ्रॉम परम, उसके लेने थे 3,000 रुपये उसके पास लेने थे, वो इंसॉल्वेंट डिक्लेयर हो गया एंड ओनली 1800 रुपीज़ उसके पास से मुझे मिलेंगे, और बाकी के राइट ऑफ मतलब बाकी का बैड डेब्ट्स हो गया. तो कितने का बैड डेब्ट्स हो गया मुझे? 1200 रुपये का मुझे बैड डेब्ट्स हो गया. तो बैड डेब्ट्स बीइंग एन एक्सपेंस एंड लॉस, डेबिट बैड डेब्ट्स अकाउंट डेबिट 1200, उसके पास से मिले हैं मुझे 1800 रुपये. तो कैश अकाउंट डेबिट 1800 रुपीज़ टू परम अकाउंट 3000 रुपीज़. ओके, द नेक्स्ट रुपीज़ 1500 प्रीवियस रिटर्न ऑफ एज बैड डेब्ट्स ऑफ रोहन वॉज रिसीव्ड. पहले वो बैड डेब्ट्स था, उसके पास से अब मुझे पैसे मिले हैं. पहले वो बैड डेब्ट्स था, उसके पास से अब मुझे पैसे मिले हैं. सो कैश अकाउंट डेबिट 1500 टू बैड डेब्ट्स रिकवर्ड अकाउंट. ये बैड डेब्ट्स रिटर्न अकाउंट ऑल्सो यू कैन राइट इट डाउन. In essence, you got to compulsory write amount of debit and amount of credit. You have to compulsory write, जैसा लिखा है आपको वैसे लिखना है. Columns with a pencil, it is compulsory. Then only you will be getting the marks. Be careful with that. Don't tell me afterwards कि sir entry तो pass की है, why haven't you given me the marks? So in the beginning only I will be telling you that. I am telling you in the very beginning itself, in the time of illustration itself, कि भाई आपने कॉलम नहीं ड्रॉ किया, आपने हेडिंग नहीं दिया, तो सॉरी आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू गिव अ सिंगल मार्क्स. Okay, so be careful with that because accounts deal with the columns itself, and columns are the very important part of accountancy. So please take this into consideration and draw the column properly, total it properly, okay, and write in neat and clean manner. Okay, thank you once again for your support and cooperation. Stay home, stay safe, and keep learning.